4 days earlier, Knight Lux was summoned. The king stood tall and spoke directly. I know this is sudden, but would you be willing to become my daughter's husband? He continued, Seventh Princess Cronia seems to have taken a liking to you. Lux replied respectfully, With all due respect, your majesty, I have never met Lady Cronia. Hasn't there been some sort of mistake? The king remained unmoved. I don't know much about the matter. Anyways, can you go to the old castle in the northern territories where Cronia lives? How irresponsible. Isn't this about your own daughter, Old Castle? Understood, Lux replied with a nod. The gossip started spreading. Isn't Lady Cronia that seventh princess? If I remember correctly, that man Lux was adopted by some upstart noble, the child of a concubine. Seriously? He's done pretty good. He's climbed the ladder of success quite far. And that pretty face of his nabbed him a marriage with a princess and free access to join the royal family. Hey, he can hear. Heh! Shut the hell up, you piece of shit nobles. Marry the princess? I bet she's just some selfish princess who wields her authority and wealth to get what she wants whenever she wants. Screw that. My wishes have no say in the matter. But this is a royal decree we're talking about, which is why I have to do something so the princess never wants to marry me. Getting chummy with the princess is climbing the ladder of success? What a freaking joke. Give me a break. He arrived at the castle. So this is the old castle where the princess is. What a dump. Is she really in here? I don't see any guards around. He pushed the heavy door open. Push. Push. She's not actually living here alone, is she? Rattle. Are you all right? Might you be Lady Cronia? It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is... She ran away. Is she shy around strangers? This was not what Lux imagined. The princess was just so young. What's she doing in this dump of a castle? That seventh princess. What did they mean by that? I'm not all that well informed about the royal family, but perhaps there are some circumstances at play here. Drag, drag, tap, tap, tap. She was bringing a table. Princess, he began, and then chairs too. Let me give you a hand. Clatter. Thank you. Help yourself. Thank you. The princess made tea. Would you like to have bread too? I'll pass, but thanks. This is bad. I could never hurt a hair of this princess. She's just such a good girl. Forcing her to hate me so much that she is disgusted at the mere thought of marrying me would definitely be going too far. Probably. What to do? I've got no choice but to give my reasons and gently reject the proposal. Forgive me for my impertinence, but may I ask how old you are, princess? I'm 15. Are there any servants in the castle? There's none. Huh? No matter how you slice it, this princess is quite odd. Why are you living all alone in this castle? It was a request of mine to His Majesty. I feel more at ease alone, and I won't be disturbing anyone with my presence here. Disturb? I've been told of your feelings for me and your wishes to marry me. That's true. Have we met somewhere before, princess? Yes, we have. Though I don't think you would know. I made a selfish request for you to come here, Sir Lux. I truly want you to be my husband, but your own feelings take priority, so it's completely fine if you reject the proposal. Yup, she really is a super kind girl. On the contrary, I can't say no to her. For starters, I couldn't possibly leave this girl living in some old castle in the middle of nowhere by herself. I despise nobles immensely because they look down on and ridicule anyone beneath them. I've pushed myself to the brink of death, earning military achievements to get back at them. Those efforts bore fruit, letting me climb the ladder of success. I want to keep climbing it, but I don't want people to think I got that far ahead thanks to the princess. There is one person I want thinking I got this far on my own, don't I? No, wait. In the end, I also care about how I look in the eyes of the nobles, huh? This is so dumb. Oh, fairies. What? Who are you? If you do anything to the princess, we'll crush your eyeballs. That's creepy. No, I'm not. Let me finish talking at least, will you? Princess, Sir Lux, you can see fairies? Explaining to her that I can see fairies is going to be a pain. Wait, princess, you can see them too? I can. It's the first time I've met someone else who can see them. Ah, same here. Sir Lux, what is it? You see, I have a hobby I've never told anyone about. I'd be pleased if you were to see it, Sir Lux. A hobby. I've got a bad feeling about this. Could it be that it's not a hobby she hasn't told anyone, but rather a hobby she can't tell anyone about? Could that be the reason she's alone in this old castle? Maybe this hobby involves something incredibly grotesque. Creak. This room is my atelier. Oh, atelier? This is what I made for the fairies. Uh, Tiny furniture. Did you make this, princess? It's so detailed. Is this your hobby? Yes, this is amazing. Did the fairies ask you to do this? That's right. At first, I was making them as a hobby, but the fairies took a liking to them. Princess, everyone was scared of me because of my power to see. They think I'm creepy. I see. That explains it. That seventh princess. It's the same treatment I received as a child. You can see fairies? You liar. You're gross. Knock, knock. The fairies from earlier returned. What is it? A teapot? Do you want me to make a piece of furniture out of this? Huh? That's not it? Could it be that the princess, do you want me to make a bath? Not that? Princess, the fairies are asking you if you could make a house out of that teapot. Sir Lux, can you understand fairy language? Well, somewhat. Interpret it properly? Pull, pull. What is it? The fairies have taken quite a liking to that teapot, so they want you to make a cute home out of it while keeping its shape. They'll leave the design choices up to you, princess? Yes. Why are you so hostile to me? Stop pulling my hair. Princess Cronia nodded thoughtfully. Sir Lux, how would you define a home? What's a home? What a question. Does she mean like philosophically? I've only ever lived in castles, to me, a home looks like a castle, but I didn't like living in those castles. That's why I don't really know what a home is. It never felt like I belonged there. Same as me, Lux said quietly. To me, home was a dreadful place. Master Lux, what's wrong? Get water, quick. Cough, cough, cough. My, how stubborn. Could it be that the internal organs of servants' children are different? I should have mixed in some stronger poison. Mother said that if you were to suffer an accident and die during training, it couldn't be helped. Shit, I'm telling Mother on you. You're far better than my incompetent sons. Well, seeing as you have my blood in your veins, that's just par for the course. However, keep in mind that you and your mother only have a place in this house because you are worth something. And when you are worth nothing, get the picture? I always had to remain on guard at home. It was a struggle for survival, day after day. But that small, simple room granted to my mother for being a servant of the mansion was the sole place I felt at ease. Princess, Lux whispered. Same as you, princess. I didn't fit in at home either. Apart from my mom, there was nobody in my family that I didn't want to tear apart limb from limb and bury 6 feet under. Of course, he quickly added, I'm just kidding. She looked a little shocked. She got put off by that. However, only in my mom's room did I feel at ease. That's why I believe a home would be a place where you can feel safe, where you can be yourself. He looked at her. Do you feel comfortable staying in this atelier, princess? Yes, very. Then that's why you should create a home just like this atelier, a place that makes you feel comfortable and designed with practicality in mind. Ah, thanks a lot. I'll try making a home like that. She smiled brightly. I see. I've got a favor, Sir Lux. Could you ask the fairies what feelings they have for this teapot? Of course. Could you tell me? Stop pulling my hair. Scritch, scritch, scribble, scribble. I'm thinking of making something like this. Is that okay? Materials, teapot, momi fir lumber, colorful tiles, construction white stone, sap given by the fairies serves as adhesive and antiseptic, metal wires and planks, interior furnishings. Tools, small fairy stone knife provided by the fairies can cut through almost anything except for the human body. Shock, holy, file, brushes, tweezers. Roof completed. Wow. Painting on the wall, bench, entranceway, window frame. Which window frame looks better? Sir Lux. They seem to prefer this one. I like this one more too. Thanks a lot. The princess seems to be having a blast making a home. Incredible. This teapot was apparently used by a certain noblewoman. The woman passed away from an illness, but before she passed away, she gave the fairies the teapot they so adored as a memento of the times they enjoyed tea together. Is this spot okay? What? Entwine more tree vines? You sure give a lot of orders? All good now? Fairies? Dwelling, teapot house, interior, cozy and charming. They seem to like it. Phew, huh? What is it? A stone. It's pretty. They say it's payment for the house, a rough gemstone from the looks of it. Huh? I can't accept something so expensive. You can. Your housemaking skills are top notch, Princess. Besides, money is important, and you should be proportionally compensated for your skills. Understood. Thank you, fairies. The princess is like a fluffy flower, honest and pure, the complete opposite of me. Princess. Yes? What exactly is it that you like about me? That must have been quite a bomb of a question to come out of nowhere, but I want us both to be frank with the other. I have a rotten personality. I always put on a fake smile to keep up appearances, but internally I'm cursing at them. Always? Always. Even me? No, I'd never dare insult you, princess. Heh, that's a relief. That smile is so dazzling. You saved me, Sir Lux. In the past, you were really kind, but you were a little foul-mouthed. Sorry, I can't recall any of that. Heh, it's no wonder you don't remember. I like you as you are, Sir Lux. Bad personality and all. But if we're talking about marriage, as I said in the beginning, your feelings come first, so you can refuse if you'd like. No, I'd like to get to know you better, princess. What's more, I'd like for you to know more about me. Does this mean you're accepting my proposal? Ah, no. I'd like to serve as your knight first, if that's all right with you. So you're saying you want to start out as friends? I guess, something like that. Hey, okay. I offer you this humble life. I will be your shield, and I will defend your entire being. It would be an honor to have you, Sir Lux. The honor is all mine, Princess Cronia. Well then, Princess, I know this is abrupt, but we need rations and firewood before the winter settles in. We need a proper living environment, and we need to repair that dump of a castle. Huh? Dump of a castle? But contrary to my wishes, I'd love to spend some time with the princess at our leisure. The coming days were going to be quite strange and hectic, and it all started with a tiny house made by a princess. He had only wanted to be her knight at first, to spend quiet, peaceful days together, getting to know one another at their own pace. Whoosh! Or so he thought they could. The current temperature, 5 degrees Celsius. It was freezing. The king had decided that he would marry a princess. He hated the idea so much. He planned to visit that dump of a castle in the Northern Territories with the sole intention of refusing. And yet, that's where he found her. She got along with fairies, made homes for them. She was honest, pure. The princess was the complete opposite of him. I'd like to get to know you better, princess, he had said. What's more, I'd like for you to know more about me. He still couldn't fathom what had possessed him to say something so embarrassingly sincere. This absolute trash dump of a castle, he had shouted. There's no way we'll survive the winter here. The princess will freeze to death. He raged. What is the feudal lord doing? Is a princess meant to live in a place like this? At the very least, they should have provided the bare minimum, basic cleaning, simple repairs. Is the princess's atelier the only place being maintained here? He paused. Could it have been done deliberately because Lady Cronia lives here? In this country, those who could see fairies were considered creepy and shunned. Even being a princess didn't protect her from that kind of judgment. They couldn't possibly want her dead, right? No, he wouldn't let that happen. He would protect the princess, no matter what. Sir Lux, dinner is ready. Ha! Aren't those poisonous mushrooms? Nope, she beamed. She continued as if it were the most natural thing in the world. The fairies always tell me which things I shouldn't eat. That explained it. Even the fruits on that tree. And these bugs, she added, they're actually delicious when roasted. He blinked in disbelief. Princess, let's move on to the main dish for tonight. He stared. She really was tougher than he thought. However, they needed to start preparing for winter. Immediately. Prepare for winter? She asked, puzzled. That's right, he replied. Once winter arrives, it'll be nearly impossible to go outside and gather mushrooms. It was early November. He would have to call merchants soon, buy lumber, stock provisions. She looked at him, her eyes sparkling with excitement. He hesitated, then asked sheepishly, I'm terribly sorry to ask this of you, princess, but do you have any funds on you? None at all. Figures. He sighed. I came here planning to refuse the marriage and leave, so I don't have much either. A round trip to the Royal Capital's Bank would take 10 days. If snow started falling and he got stuck, that would be the worst case scenario. We can use this, she said suddenly. She held out a glimmering stone. The fairies gave this to me as payment. Are you certain? Yes, I'm sure they gave it to me for situations like these. He stared at her. Princess, it was true. This gem would fetch a high price. Thanks, really. His eyes drifted to a small whistle in her hand. What a wonderfully shaped whistle. Oh, she exclaimed. Yo, I need you to deliver another letter today. She turned to a bird perched nearby. This guy's name is Kochika, my messenger bird. She smiled fondly. An old friend gave me this flute, and Kochika came with it. Is that so? He said softly. That's wonderful. Let's see. First, they checked their supply of provisions and lumber. Firewood. They were sorely lacking. At this rate, they'd freeze to death. Provisions. Bread. Is this everything? Lux asked. Yes, the princess replied. The feudal lord of this land shared it with me. Lux frowned. This lacks vitamins and proteins, and this amount will only last us 3 days. You're not getting away with this, feudal lord of this land. 3 days? Things were more serious than he expected. Next step, check the castle for necessary repairs. This is not safe, he muttered, inspecting a crumbling wall. It's crumbling. Princess, please wait in your room. Wait in my room? Do you want to go together? Yes. Ah, I messed up. Well, I've got no choice, princess. Excuse me, he carried her. Sir Lux? It's dangerous, so please understand, and please don't be so embarrassed. You're making me embarrassed. If one looked closely, they'd notice the presence of a ton of fairies. None of the stuff from the castle had been stolen. Could it be the fairies living in the castle were protecting it? That room is the kitchen, Lux said. First order of business is fixing it. Ah, Sir Lux, the kitchens. Knock, knock. How odd. Oh, that's an onion fairy. Looks like it was that little guy's territory. Guess we can't go in, the princess said. Yeah, makes sense. A fairy's barrier, huh? Deep breath. Crack! All good now. We can go in. Sir Lux, did you just... I broke the barrier through sheer will and sound. Sorry, little guy. Find another place to live. Byowie! Whoa there. Come on, don't cry. We've got reasons to. Ugh, drip. Ugh, drip. Sir Lux? Princess, don't get close. He threw onion bits in my eyes. What's your problem, asshole? I'm gonna chop you into tiny pieces. Sir Lux, let's listen to what Mr. Onion wants to say. Sir Lux is crying. What? You want us to build you a house in exchange for vacating the kitchen? I want this lovely lady to build me one. I heard she's good at making houses. Rumors had already spread about the princess building fairy homes. If you make it for me, you'll earn my gratitude. The onion's gratitude. That's lackluster. What kind of house do you want? A tiny house would be perfect. I'm very attached to the kitchen, so I want you to build it with what's in there. Or so he said. Got it. Give me a moment. Wouldn't this do for him? Get off. What's that? That's ceramic from an eastern country. Perhaps the former lord of the castle imported them. Sir Lux. Yes, we'll use this. Materials. Momi fir lumber, ceramic from an eastern country, wood wire string, easy to process like wire yet hard and durable. Other ceramics. Interior furnishings. We'll put the small accessories in the kitchen. I'll help carry it. All right, Mr. Onion, what do you think? Two-story Eastern Country ceramic house. He seemed satisfied. Well, with that done, we can now use the kitchen. Yup, we have to clean the place, but that's just fine. Mr. Onion, thank you for letting us use the kitchen. Is something wrong, Sir Lux? What the hell am I doing? Uh, I got mad at the onion, and instinctively, why did I do that? What's this I'm feeling? Sorry for startling you, princess. I got jealous. I know the onion's not exactly attractive, but when I saw him kiss you on the cheek, you got jealous? That's right. Who'd be jealous of a damn onion? Now you and Mr. Onion are even. Royal Castle. Huh. Lord Lux is marrying a princess? Tone it down. They're not married yet. Why didn't he say anything to me? He's my best friend. Then I guess you're not his best friend. Rude. Are you sure about this? I have no objections to the royal family's decisions. He's definitely overstepping his bounds. What do you mean Cronia herself asked to marry that knight? She seemed to know of Lord Lux. Now they're living together in the northern castle. Heh, together. How many days would it take us to reach the northern castle? Huh, Mistress Liana, you couldn't possibly. I'll teach that thieving knight a lesson. How dare he try to steal my cute little Cronia? The onion fairy's gratitude arrived the next day. Holy moly, that's a lot.